Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another review of my previous channel from the 6-pack Volume 1 from Code Red. This one's called All the Young Wives. Let's check it out. The movie starts out with a couple of hunters. In the middle is Big Jim. He is like the big ranch owner. He owns everything in town, including the banks and everybody else. He pretends he has a hurt, sprained ankle.
Let's see what you two amateurs can do by yourself. For Christ's sake, don't shoot each other.
Because he wants to do something while they're away. Basically, he wants to sleep with Sharon, the wife of one of his fellow hunters there.
In a hurry?
Impetuous.
Big Jim always gets his way.
A winning racehorse since he was a little boy.
Now, Big Jim wants to have a winning racehorse, so he's on a ranch. This is his wife, Melody.
You really ought to come and see him work out.
And this is one of the ranch hands,
You won't get dirty.
Sam.
I promise. All the boys will watch their language.
I'm not a little girl, Mr. Down.
So Sam invited Melody out to the ranch to look at the horses. Now, she's basically
What in the hell is she doing down here?
committed to the house.
Oh, I told her she ought to come down and see how the po folks live.
Big Jim doesn't want her leaving the house ever.
Jim's gonna kick your ass when he find out you've been messing with his wife, and nobody even complain about a thing in this county.
When did you go to work for Big Jim?
Well, Big Jim had a big red-headed mucker working for him by the name of Dick Finley.
Oh.
Now, I knew I was a better trainer than Finley, but I figured it would take Big Jim about 5 years to figure that out.
I see him.
Melody and Sam seem to be hitting it off.
Not anyone else to either.
Well, I haven't got any such intention.
I've got to go.
Melody, a couple of us go in Atlanta tonight. Come with us.
What?
Well, I guess with Big Jim out of town, she takes Sam up on his offer. And they all go to Atlanta. And then they go for a swim. And then they start kissing in the pool. Looks like she's had enough of Big Jim's controlling ways. Meanwhile, her husband, Big Jim, still at that hunting cabin or wherever the hell he is. And it seems like that woman's husband knows full well that Big Jim's messing around with his wife. Meanwhile, Sam and his friend, they want to get involved in their own horses, try to get a fast horse.
I know all our secrets.
Why don't you just leave Big Jim? Start racing him if he's ready.
It costs money. Right now, between me and Barney and Charles Thomas, we don't have enough.
Big Jim returns.
Earlier than I thought.
What the hell are you doing down here? I told you stay away from these folks. They ain't your kind.
Well, it's God's little virgin. Heaven forbid she should see any horse maneuver.
Easy.
Hey, Barney, what's going on?
What in the hell are you doing here?
I was just driving by and saw all the activity.
Well, you just back it on out of here and drive on out again, okay? Look, that's Big Jim Calder down there, and you know how he is.
This is the type of horse racing Big Jim's into.
Son of a bitch, move! Go on, yeah!
tell me what to do.
Look here, Melody. You do as I say, you hear me? Because I know what's best for you.
There's some marital strife at home. She's tired of being controlled by her husband. Love that sizzle in the picture. And Big Jim goes out because he's got a double dose of jungle fever.
That's right, girl. But I forgot my whip.
Let's, put him up, Bart.
In spite of Big Jim's orders, Melody goes down to visit her favorite horse trainer, Sam, again. Which leads to a roll in the hay. Literally. While she loves him, Big Jim's getting a belly dance from the black lady.
$4 in 9 months.
A subplot here is that Big Jim's accountant knows that the other guy is stealing money from Big Jim.
What you say, John?
We're both CPAs. It's right here. I know it and you know it. Nothing to be careful about. I just thought I'd give you a chance to tell Big Jim before I have to.
Sure what?
I mean, your books are out $30,000.
Later on, he tells Big Jim himself.
$29,324 to be exact.
Well, you made a mistake.
Well, I didn't make any mistake, Mr. Calder.
Oh, no? And who the hell did?
I told you. Ask Sid.
Busted.
What are you doing here?
I told you. I'm tired of sitting all day in that fancy prison of yours.
You get
Big Jim came here for another reason, though.
goddamn.
Thief! You goddamn thief!
You stole $30,000 from me.
You're gonna eat it! Like the rest of us been eating your shit all these years.
Blackmail.
We'll see what the sheriff has to say about
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be too fast about calling the sheriff or anybody else.
what's going to stop me.
Me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know where all the skeletons are hidden, Big Jim.
But then to get the heat off of him,
Jim, I got some more news for you. Your trusted stable boy's been getting his, too.
Shut up, Sid.
Oh, no. Pay up time for everybody.
What the hell was he talking about, Sam?
He's crazy as hell. He's just accusing everybody of everything.
Tell him where you were last night about 10:30. Well, go ahead. Tell him what you and Melody were doing in the car.
that leads to a big fight between the two. Fight that Sam eventually wins.
You bet, Sam.
They decide to settle this with a bet on the track.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do. How much does that goddamn horse mean to you? I'll bet you $5,000 against your horse. And you lose. I'll shoot the son of a bitch right in front of your eyes.
Well, they have their competition. Big Jim's jockey plays dirty. But ultimately, it isn't going to matter. Because Sam's horse is going to win the race. Sam gets the girl too.
You haven't got anything I want. I'm leaving you the way I came, with the clothes on my back. Good riddance.
That's our film. All right, let's talk about All the Young Wives. I got it from this Code Red 6-pack Volume 1 here. This is a movie from 1973, I believe. Stars nobody in particular. And it's about this guy named Big Jim, who basically owns the county. He's the biggest landowner in town, owns a ranch. He's into horse racing, and he's very controlling of his wife, Melody. Melody stays at home all the time because that's what Big Jim tells her to do. Doesn't want her to leave the house. She just stays there. Meanwhile, Big Jim goes out, he goes hunting, he sleeps around with other people's wives. He has a grand old time. I mean, why not? He's the richest guy in town, and he's an asshole. So, but meanwhile, at one point, one of the ranch hands who's working on one of Big Jim's horses comes to the house and meets Melody and says, hey, why don't you come down to the stable sometime, check out the horses? Well, one time when Big Jim is out of town, she does just that. Big Jim doesn't want her leaving the house, literally, not leaving the house. So she does it when she's not home. Well, she and Sam kind of hit it off, and then later on, he says, you know, we're going to Atlanta, a couple of us. Why don't you come with us? Big Jim was out of town hunting, sleeping around anyway, so why not? So she joins them. They go to Atlanta, and then next thing you know, she's having an affair with Sam, the ranch hand. Well, there's a subplot here with one of the accountants finding out that somebody else, one of the other ranch hands, somehow embezzled $30,000 from Big Jim. He threatens to tell Big Jim about it, but then when Big Jim does find out about it, it turns out the guy's going to blackmail him if he calls the police on him. But then he spills the beans on the affair that Big Jim's wife is having with Sam, too. So Big Jim and Sam get into a huge fight, which Sam ultimately wins. And then Big Jim says, you know what, let's settle this on the track. Basically, I'll put up my horse against your horse. If my horse wins, I'm going to get to shoot your horse. If your horse wins, I'll give you $5,000. Whatever, that's what the bet is. And ultimately, Sam's horse wins. And then as he's leaving town, his wife, Melody, or Big Jim's wife, drops like the car keys or something and basically says, I'm leaving you. I'm leaving with the clothes on my back. I don't care. I don't like you. And she hops into the car with Sam, and that's how our movie ends. That's All the Young Wives. It looks like it's a tawdry affair, but there's actually not that much sex or nudity in it, just a little bit here and there. It's actually not a bad film. You know, it's 73, a cheap film. Like I said, a cast of nobody. But for what it was, I thought it was well done. You know, it really was. I don't know what else to tell you about it. I enjoyed this film. It's a relatively short film, actually about an hour and 30 minutes or so, but it was kind of fun. Just a cheap piece of crap film, but well done, better than it should be. Let's leave it at that. So nothing more I can tell you about it. To my knowledge, it's only available on the 6-pack Volume 1, but maybe it's available on some other compilation DVDs or something too. Probably is. If you're looking for the 6-pack Volume 1, from what I understand, Code Red made 3 of these volumes, volumes 1, 2, and 3, and they only made 500 each of these, so they're kind of rare. And when I purchased my 3 of these maybe 5 years ago or so, I think this was the most expensive one in Volume 1. It may have been about $50, $60, and the other ones were maybe about $10 less as you go down. But yeah, they were sought after, and I really wanted them. I'm glad I got them. So check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about All the Young Wives. Watch it. Bye.